Hi friends, on this World Obesity Day, as a pediatrician, I really won't dwell much on the data, the statistics of obesity in the world. But one alarming thing I found out was there's going to be 60% increase in childhood obesity in this decade. So by 2030, we'll have 250 million children in the world who will be obese, with obviously that burden on the healthcare and the subsequent problems for them as adults. The theme for this World Obesity Day is everybody needs to act. Obviously, the policymakers need to act and decide policies for long-term benefits. But then we as pediatricians, what can we do? One, of course, let's try to be fit so that we know that once we are fit, the children who come to us and their families get motivated very easily for a healthy lifestyle. And what about the parents? Like, once they get motivated, the children automatically actually follow them. As we know, the very, very common saying that obesity runs in families because nobody runs in the family. So, in fact, when one talks about obesity, immediate next thing that comes to my mind is weight loss. Actually, one shouldn't really concentrate on weight loss. Let's concentrate on the health, achieve better health. Weight loss will be definitely a byproduct of it.
Hello, today is the 4th of March 2022. It is World Obesity Day. And I am campaigning for this cause on behalf of Navi Mumbai Association of Pediatrics. Obesity, as we all know, is a chronic, non-communicable lifestyle disease. It is an important component of the metabolic syndrome. We know that more and more children are getting obese, and we keep hearing and we have data of a large number of young adults who succumb to sudden cardiac arrests and sudden strokes. This was not common in the past. It only happened in people in their middle ages and later ages. Today, obesity has become a really tough challenge for the public health system, and around 800 million people worldwide are victims of obesity. In the West, 1 in every third child is obese, and it is an epidemic there. And India is not too far behind, particularly urban India. The objective of this campaign is to lead and drive global efforts to reduce, prevent, and to treat obesity. And the theme for this year is everybody needs to act. So it is only through the collective efforts of the policymakers and the healthcare providers that we can achieve this objective. So what can we do as pediatricians? Now, aren't we the best people to work on this because we can catch all of these children really young? We pediatricians are so fortunate because every human life begins its journey into this world with us by their side. And therefore, I strongly believe that if we handhold these children and their families during their formative years, we can definitely make a big difference. So what do we need to do here? Typically in our clinics, we may have an obese child walk in with maybe a fever, cough, or diarrhea, and it is very easy for us to diagnose and maybe write out a prescription, and we all know that this child will be well in some time. But from now, what we must not fail to address is the bigger problem, and that is of obesity. We must spend a little more time with their families to discuss not just their current illness, but their wellness for the future. We can take every opportunity that we get with the child and their family, just like we discuss with them when they come with their newborn about the importance of breastfeeding. Then we speak to them at 6 months about complementary feeds, which are the healthy foods to give. Similarly, we keep stressing on the avoidance of the wrong kinds of foods like the fried and the processed food, the aerated drinks, the sugared drinks, the excessive salt, excessive sugar. We can help them train into improving their lifestyles, bring in changes in their lifestyles. We can recommend exercises to them. I often give out YouTube links to my patients and their parents who want to work on themselves. We can encourage children to play more, play offline more, go down to play. Don't keep playing online. we can make parents understand that play and sport is as important as other studies. Also, we must remember not to stigmatize those who are already obese. We must understand their challenges, help them cope with them, and they can then grow up into healthy and confident young adults. In the last 2 years of the pandemic, there has been an alarming increase in the number of children with obesity, what with them not going down to play, not going to school, with absolutely no physical activity. And we've also seen that during COVID, the ones with the comorbid conditions like those with obesity, diabetes, heart diseases, these were the ones who succumbed to COVID, who had very long suffering with COVID. And therefore, this is the right time to strike while the iron is hot and we can make the best impact. Let us all act now towards fighting this epidemic of obesity. Thank you.
Dear friend, I am Dr. Pandit Jadhav, pediatrician, Seawoods, Navi Mumbai. Today, I would like to share a few pearls of physical fitness which I am following since long. Health, according to WHO, is a state of complete physical, mental and social well-being and not merely the absence of disease. Outdoor activity, diet, sleep plays an important role for physical fitness. Physical activity of 40 minutes to 1 hour in moderation and minimum for 5 days a week is important. Physical activity should include strength training plus cardio like walking, jogging, swimming, yoga, crossfit, etc. etc. Diet should be balanced one and it plays an important role in physical fitness. Breakfast should be heavier than lunch and dinner and it should contain protein and carbs. Finish dinner by 8 p.m. It is said that anything in moderation is good and in excess is poisonous. So one should not do overeating. Sleep should be at least for 7 to 8 hours. Make habit of sleeping early and getting up early in the morning. Finally, friends, my message to you is, if you want to look fit and young, carbohydrate intake should not be in excess. Make physical activity a daily routine. Thanks.